Okay, we are live on YouTube. Chris, I'll turn it over to you.
Good evening and welcome to the Police and Public Safety of Community Board 10. Today is November 13th,
Yes.
2024. All right, we have two items on the agenda. Initially, there were three. One was scratched. A new SLA liquor wine beer cider license at Lamos Mediterranean Cafe at 7704 3rd Avenue. A new SLA wine beer cider license at Sabor de Colombia 2 Restaurant and Bakery Corp. 7026 3rd Avenue. So we're going to start out with Lamos. Lamosa.
Yeah, it's,
Sorry about that.
no, it's, we can do it right.
No, it's all right. I pass it all the time. I walk by, I know. Your hours of operation, you have Monday through Sunday, 5 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Correct.
Now, currently you're open as a cafe
Caffeine.
and a hookah
Yes.
establishment.
Yes.
And are these your current hours
These are the current hours right now.
of the hookah establishment?
Yes.
And how long has the hookah establishment been there?
12 to 13 years now.
Mhm.
Long time.
So you got grandfathered into the
Yes, sir.
clean air.
Yep.
And you have the ventilation systems and everything.
To cold.
Mhm. Has there been any adverse history at this location? We know?
No, there's no 311. There was one, I'm sorry, one noise complaint in the past,
Okay.
5 years.
5 years ago? And you currently have background music on?
Just like that.
Okay.
But you had previously applied for a liquor license.
That is correct. I applied, community board approved it. I had a little issue with the building department. The building is
Mhm.
extremely old.
Mhm.
So I did not have my letter of no objection.
Okay,
Then as soon as I got an architect, I did the whole thing and we applied. COVID happened. We stopped and then I proceeded the process again. I applied one more time in the building department
Mhm.
and it took years. A lot of time, a lot of effort, plumbing and the whole thing, and inspections, and finally we passed it.
Mhm.
So finally I got my letter of no objection done. Everything's great, looks good, so we're
Yeah.
applying again for
Yeah, I
it.
see there's a letter in here from the New York City Buildings Department dated September 23rd, 2024.
Yes, sir.
And it basically goes through everything, and they have received a request on August 29th, 2024. And then it says the C of O was issued November 18th, 1956. And pursuant to all the regulations, states that the premise is a three-story mixed-use building with frame construction. Alteration type 2, application is, and it has the permit numbers, file. Respectively renovating a heating, drinking establishment at the first floor, general construction, plumbing, mechanical, and fire suppression. And just to get cut to the meat of it, it says, if this building is hereafter altered, an application must be filed pursuant to section 2105 of the Administrative Code. As such, the DOT has no objection to an eating, drinking establishment at the first floor at the above referenced premises, which is 7704 3rd Avenue. So it took a while to straighten that out.
No idea what
I could only imagine.
He told me I fell into the black hole and I didn't know what that means. And but they know in the building department. But I had to take my chances and go through it. Fine. Yes.
So as far as seating, you have a maximum of 50 seats. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Maximum 50 seats. You have 32 seats, 10 tables, 1 bar, 5 seats, and you have no outdoor dining at all.
No.
Right. And during COVID, I don't think we didn't have a shed out. But
No.
There's a bus stop there, I don't remember.
Yeah.
You're open 7 days a week as a hookah establishment?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your kitchen is open from, no, I'm looking at the wrong one.
From 5 as well.
Yeah. Any questions from?
Yeah, you're co-owner, you're there all the time or most of the time?
All the time.
All the time?
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, what would your association get rid of from 2012 to 2015?
Nothing.
Okay,
No,
it's
no.
like something you got rid of.
No, that was my partner.
Oh, okay.
And he sold it, I believe, 2015.
That's Michael.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Michael Adolphus.
So. We're just looking at the previous stipulation, we had the went with the hookah establishment.
Sure.
It says your hours of operation are 3 p.m. to 2 a.m. It's Sunday through Wednesday and Friday and Saturday from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Yes.
So. On the liquor license,
Well, how are you? How you doing? Good to see you.
Okay.
you want to go till 3 o'clock.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
Knee replacement, don't touch.
Oh,
Here, here.
Yeah, no, you can have it. I just, yeah, just give me warning for a second.
Sorry for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. How are you?
Thanks, you.
I'm good. So. Would you like to keep the hookah establishment hours, or you want to change your hours?
I would like to keep the hookah establishment hours.
Okay. So the hours of operation will be from 3 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday
Um,
through Wednesday. And Friday and Saturday from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one?
This was a stipulation you had when you had the hookah establishment.
Before, yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, we still have the hookah
I
establishment.
do, yes.
Yeah, that
hours-
that was the last time you were here for the liquor
Yeah, after
license.
COVID, the hours changed, and instead of me opening it at 3 o'clock, I open at 5 now.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Between 3 to 5, even really, happens, so. So now I open from 5 till 3 in the morning.
Okay.
It depends, like sometimes 3:15, something
Okay.
like that. And I would like to go with the hours, the current hours that I have right now, so I'm not
Which is
changing.
that, or
No, the new.
what you had put in the application?
Yes, sir.
So Monday through Sunday, 5 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Okay. Ruth?
Yeah, my question is that first first of all, 3 o'clock is pretty late for a place to be open in our neighborhood. So I'm interested in knowing what your last call for food and drinks will be. What time is that?
Usually half an hour before closing time, give the checks out. And everybody leaves by 3 o'clock on the dot.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? All right, the way we do this is we look to deny your application unless you agree to the following stipulation.
Mhm.
So the premise will operate as a hookah cafe, is it? Or a
Uh,
restaurant hookah? Okay.
Yeah, restaurant hookah.
And this is my motion. There will be no sale or consumption of alcohol on the premises until the appropriate license is issued by the SLA. Applicants will not serve or allow bring your own booze until license is obtained. The owner or manager will be on site during all hours of operation. Your hours of operation are on Monday through Sunday, 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. There will be no outdoor music. The doors and windows shall remain closed with any amplified music. Background recorded indoor music sound levels will remain below the level permitted by New York City Noise Code. Once the SLA license is obtained, the community board may call upon the applicant to address any concerns that may arise. There will be at least 20% visibility view into the establishment at eye level. The applicant agrees that should it change its method of operation, it will give notice and meet with the community board committee at least 45 days in advance of any such change. Do we have a second on that? Okay. Any discussion? Agree, Jen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All those in favor, please signify. Unanimous. Okay, so there is going to be a community board meeting on Monday, the
The 18th?
Monday, yes, the 18th.
18th. Thank you. My days are mixing my head. It's going to be held at the Fort Hamilton Senior Center. It's on Fort Hamilton Parkway and 99th Street. Correct?
Yep.
99th Street. you're invited to come.
Of course.
They're gonna have the final community board vote. This is just the committee.
Okay, of
So I suggest you do come in case any of the other members have any questions.
course.
If you have any problems, give us a shout.
Okay, of course.
All right.
Good
So
luck.
good luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No,
guys.
Bye,
Thank
take
you. I
care.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you.
You can go.
You can go, if you want,
Okay,
if you want to hang out. with me, you can.
Back in the ball. I'd love to hang out with you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Uh-huh.
5 years or I don't know,
It's
maybe.
all right. No,
This
I mean,
is-
I know you went through a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very much. I truly appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Just the hours, just,
Um,
watch those hours.
Yeah, you may get a little pushback at the meeting.
Yeah, that's why, with the hours, you may get pushed back at the meeting, and then also if you start building up noise complaints.
no noise.
I know.
I've been for
Yeah,
12 years.
I know you're next door to, the Pinos
Filipinos, of course.
and the Harp,
Yes,
across the street from the greenhouse.
that is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. Years and years,
Yeah,
noise complaints like.
okay, great, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you. You have a great night.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda, Sabor de Colombia 2 Restaurant and Bakery Corp. And this is a wine, beer, and cider application.
Good evening, everyone. Aurelia Tavares here.
And you are
The representative?
representative is
I'm the representative
Rivera's.
for the wine and beer license for the location. The owner, Fernando Valencia, should
You're
be
breaking up,
on
I'm sorry, you're
this.
breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, your connection is not good.
Can you hear us?
I don't know if it's your speaker or,
Can you hear me now?
yes.
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
So I apologize,
Good luck.
everyone.
Thank you very much.
Is the business owner here?
He should be on, trying to see if he's on
Yeah,
here.
is that Fernando?
Yes, Fernando.
Okay, Fernando, I'm gonna promote you to come into the meeting room.
Thank you.
Now, is this restaurant, is this currently established a restaurant?
That location used to be a seafood restaurant. They're not open yet. They're still renovating the location.
Okay. Did we have this before?
We have the correct menu here. Is this the correct location? Yes, Sabor Colombia, 7026 Third Avenue.
Oh, this, okay. Now I know
Yes,
what location it is. All right. So,
It's on the corner.
mhm.
The
This is a new-
occupancy
new
is 42.
establishment.
Yes. The
Yeah,
occupancy
maximum-
is
yeah, maximum
42.
occupancy- yeah, I'm sorry. It's just your hours of operation on Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yes,
Okay, you're gonna have music Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
yes, it will be
Yeah.
background music only.
Correct, okay. And the kitchen is only gonna be open Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Correct. They're gonna have a little bakery section there. So they really, the breakfasts, they're heavy. They're looking to cultivate lunch and dinner, and really bring in a Colombian crowd and a lot of the community members there.
And as far as delivery, you're not gonna be using bicycle delivery service. What type of delivery service would you be using?
It depends. They really, people are walking, and if they do delivery, it might be bicycle. I don't know. I haven't asked you
Yeah,
that.
you could,
On the application also, it says on the music, background, live music, and DJ.
Everything circled.
Everything is circled.
We have everything circled because we want to have, if there's a special event, it's a beautiful, she's making it beautiful. So if there's a holiday party, we want to be able to do it.
Mhm.
Our hours are reasonable, but that isn't our method of operation for daily operations.
Understood. So you're only gonna have it for special occasions like birthdays or anniversaries?
Birthdays, anniversaries, now most people don't do that. And like Sundays, they have baby showers, things of that nature.
Only if the
And
client,
if they have it in the weekday, if we need to notify you, but I don't know. It's a closes at 11 p.m. You start wrapping up at 10. So I really don't see this as going to be an issue for your community.
you see the music stops at 10 p.m. Any music.
They start wrapping up. So if you want the music to start earlier, we can stipulate to that. That's not a problem.
Also on the part where it talks about New York life.
No, it closes at
It
11.
says will the recommendations be followed? And that part wasn't answered.
Because we're not a discotheque, we're just a little restaurant that, it's a Spanish restaurant, Spanish, if you're a Spanish restaurant, most likely you have some music, but we're not looking to, we're not looking to break the bank. It's 11 p.m. closing. Yeah, 10:30, they start wrapping up and, so I don't think you'll have a problem with this location.
I just think the application should be amended to
Reflect that.
reflect
Yeah,
that you will follow the recommendations.
I mean, the recommendations are compliance with, standard noise code and
Okay, we
pretty
will
much
do
what
that.
okay, thank you.
So you want me to send it amended through email
Yeah,
later?
yeah, if you
tomorrow?
just email it tomorrow, that would be fine.
Thank you.
Any questions from the? Elizabeth, you have your hand up?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, with respect to the delivery, that sidewalk and the area right on that corner is very, very busy with students coming to PS 102, and it's already a very dangerous corner. So I was just hopeful that if you do have bicycle delivery or you have motorcycles or whatever you're using, that it remains clear that there's clear passage that students can cross there. There's typically not a crossing guard there in my recollection. So I think that anything you can do to ensure pedestrian safety would be really appreciated by the community.
Yeah, I'll mention to the owner also because they have a side street, so maybe towards the end, a little bit towards the end of the side street, they can put bike holders or, the bike stands for it, so sure.
Sure, as long as it's not blocking the crosswalk, because I know that area can get kind of clogged up, people double park, it just gets a little bit chaotic.
Mhm. Yeah, I could see it.
Any other questions? Okay. So, as we look to do, as we normally do this, we look to deny your application unless you agree to following stipulations. No motion of stipulation. The premise will operate as a restaurant. There will be no sale or consumption of alcohol on the premise until the appropriate license is issued by the state liquor authority. Applicants will not serve or allowed to bring your own booze until license is obtained. The owner or manager will be on site during all hours of operation. The hours of operation will be Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Music, Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m., 10 p.m. Kitchen, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. There will be no smoking there will be no smoking permitted. There will be no outdoor music. The doors and windows should remain closed with any amplified music. Use of live music and DJ for special occasions only. Background recorded or music sound levels will remain below the level permitted by New York City noise code. Once the SLA license is obtained, the community board may call upon the applicant to address any concerns that may arise. There will be at least 20% visibility view into the establishment at eye level. The applicant agrees that if it should change its method of operation or give notice and meet with the community board committee at least 45 days in advance of any such change. Any second on that?
Okay.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Signify. Opposed? Same. Motion passes. So
Thank you, everyone.
there is going to be a meeting of the regular community board on Monday, November 18th.
18th, yes.
At 7 p.m. And that's going to be on the Fort Hamilton Senior Center. It's on 99th Street and Fort Hamilton Parkway. One of the representatives should come to the meeting in case any questions from the board.
Sure. You'll be sending us an email on that?
Yes, we will.
Great, and thank you, everyone, and
Thank
the
you so much.
stipulation you'll be sending us through email for signature as well?
Yes, next week after the motion is voted on by the
Okay.
board. Okay,
Great, thank you for being so helpful. Have a great evening.
thank
All right,
you
good luck to
too.
you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good luck
Bye-bye.
there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good one, everyone.
Hey, how are you?
That's board member Salah, I'll tell you. Okay.
Yeah, I recognize you.
Okay.
Yes.
Under new and old business, all right. Last time I spoke about the cannabis management on the proximity protections on an update with the establishment located on 68th Street and Third Avenue. We did send a notice to the Office of Cannabis Management that it was in close proximity to the new school that was just built at Joanne Seminary School. And they took it off the proximity location, right? So they thanked us and took it off.
Very good.
Next, so on the next side, brought up the proximity locations again to look. And what is pending is MRC 6918 LLC located 6918 Fifth Avenue. Their license is still pending. They were sent a questionnaire back in September sometime of last year. And they never followed up with it. They never resubmitted, they never submitted, they never came. So we sent to the Office of Cannabis Management a negative opinion. Other item was Hyatt Brooklyn, located 455 86th Street. Their application is active. I don't see any movement on that building at all.
No.
Okay, but that is looking. The other that is active is Arman Holdings, located 8412 Third Avenue. That is active, and they have a conditional adult use recreational dispensary retail license already. So that is on its way. I think they're doing renovations now in that establishment. Another one was for Canalicious, located at 9415 Third Avenue. They did present in June of this past June, for a different location. I believe that was the old Rose Glass location, 8415 Third Avenue.
Right.
We sent a negative opinion to the Office of Cannabis Management. They now have a new location. They did not give us a 30-day notice. So we will notify the Office of Cannabis Management of that fact.
Yeah. Because notification is required of the specific location. So,
For the premise, they
For the
didn't notify
premise.
us for 9415 Third Avenue. Any questions on that?
I have questions on something
Oh, yeah,
totally
go ahead.
different.
Okay. Any other new business?
Are there any updates as to how the police are going to handle Diker lights this year?
that's a very good question. We have our first meeting, next interagency meeting next week. I did send over to the mayor's office, street activity permit office, request again for traffic control. In the prime viewing area, the perimeter, to again have the lighting at 86th and 12th, where the buses drop off. And we did request, from the police department, additional personnel. The last week, before Christmas and into the week post-Christmas, last year was very, very busy. We got a lot of complaints that there wasn't sufficient traffic control, so we'll bring that up again.
No, I know.
Also
What about the
sanitation,
Vendors that they idle the trucks in
Right.
front of the houses, and sanitation picking up the garbage.
right, so sanitation will place the corner baskets again, as they've done each year, and we ask for daily collection. Also to be mindful of not collecting on the 4 to 12 shift when it's very busy, when there's a lot of pedestrians
They can't get up the-
in the area. As far as the vendors, that's gonna be discussed. What happened last year was, as you know, it is a vendor-free zone during Diker Lights. And there are loopholes, where if you have a veteran in the truck, it's permitted to be there even within a residential district. And even though there's a vendor-free zone. What happened last year is a lot of homeowners also vended. There were fights among vendors. There was one stabbing, and an arrest that was made. So we don't want that again. And what we're gonna do is meet with the precincts and the police department, not only our local precinct, but also those operational police officials, and make the request. It's, We talked about it today. We were supposed to have the meeting last week. It was changed to next week. And that's an interagency meeting. And then, of course, there'll be a briefing with the elected officials as well. But it is not a permitted event. It's not eligible for a permit. And it draws a lot of tourists. Also last year, we had complaints from people who traveled from Manhattan on the express bus. We had to add, we had to make the request to add additional express buses because a lot of the concierges at the hotels suggest instead of going on a tour bus, paying, a certain amount of money, you can just go yourself and go on the express bus. So later in the cycle, they were pretty overcrowded. So those are the agencies that we'll be working with.
My brother's on 85th and 10th.
Yeah, I'm on 77th between 10th and 11th, and the traffic is on my block.
When the buses, bring the people, do they have like a drop-off time? Then to route?
Right. So a number of years ago, because the buses were traversing through the residential streets and it was quite dangerous, the police department directs now all of the tour buses to 86th Street and 12th Avenue. They drop off the viewers and then they circle around the golf course and then wait until the tour guide is done.
Remember last year, we ran into a whole bunch of concierge, express bus people who were lost. They didn't know how to get back into the city. They didn't know where to catch their buses.
Uh,
But they always put Waze on their phone.
Yeah, I know. That's what we said.
But now with the reconfiguration
Oh my
of
God.
I was just gonna bring,
the street by whatever that is, 86th Street,
mhm.
before I'm on the Parkway. I mean, there's only one lane of traffic, so you're gonna have the tour buses there. That's gonna really back up that whole area. There's only one.
yeah,
lane.
I was gonna bring that up. That whole traffic reconfiguration is gonna be quite interesting with tour buses.
Okay. Well, I'll be sure to stress that at the interagency meeting.
But there's no place for them to park there.
They park on the
86th Street usually.
86th Street
Yeah.
side.
If
But,
you're
Yeah.
going around,
right.
they really can't stop anywhere.
Right. Well, they could park on Polly Place, even though it's
Block the last lane.
yeah. We'll see. Maybe they'll designate some spots. As long as there are lights that are displayed, they're going to be people to come to see them.
Any other new business? The old business.
Oh, we have a new member. Hi,
I
Elizabeth's
see that.
son.
You wanted to be part of the meeting, sorry.
Oh, well,
You
oh,
wanna
that's
wave?
okay. Yeah.
No,
Hi.
he's cranky. He wants to go to
Okay.
bed.
All right.
I have a question of, are we doing new business
Sure.
or old or whatever it is?
You can do new and old.
I want to know about there's a lot of concern about the motorized bikes. I don't know if that falls into police and public safety or traffic and transportation. But,
We're thinking of having a joint.
Yes.
A joint meeting on that.
oh, okay,
Transportation and us.
because there were just so many issues. It
Yeah.
came up last time also in our senior
Yeah.
issues
Mhm.
committee, how
Definitely.
a lot of these people are on the sidewalks and scaring people. And they're just all over the place.
Yes, we're definitely going to have a joint meeting on that soon, Ruth.
Okay.
Actually, the controller just came out with a report about, which I'll share. Someone shared it with me last week and I'll share it with everyone.
Good.
Okay.
Any others? Motion to adjourn.
Yes. Okay. All right, everyone. Have a good night.